So when you have a client, here's our refresher course, right? When you have a client, and so for those of you that just jumped in, we're going to talk about the impact that inquiries have on FICO scores. But before we do that, we're doing a quick refresher course on the reconsideration process. So when you have a DQ, a client that you put through FPN and they are not qualified for one reason or another, if you believe or feel as though we should reconsider that automated decision and take a look at the merits of the client's, application, the merits of their qualifications, then our reconsideration process is as follows. The responsibility is for you or the client to send an email to sbs@lincred.com. And it's okay if you send the email as long as you don't do all the work. We're fine with coaches doing what coaches do, right? We're fine with you kind of saying, here's why you were disqualified. Let's talk about that. But I wanted to ask you about this because what I like about your situation, what I like about you and your business, what I like about you and your qualifications is A and B, is A, B, and C. So if you would like, I would like to help you walk through the reconsideration process where we can ask them if they would reconsider and maybe manually overwrite the automated decision. And I think we can do it because of these 1, 2, or 3 things. The merits of your qualifications, the merits of your application tell me that I think it's worth our time to do this. And so in doing so, I want you to follow a simple format with that reconsideration request. I want you to tell us, here's what happened, here's why it happened, here's why it won't happen again, and my credit is important to me because blah, blah, blah. So in other words, it's either their income or their credit or both that's stopping them from getting the qualifications that would allow them to make it through the automated filters. And remember, we have 35 or 36 offers inside of FPN. So there's a pretty wide swath, so to speak, or a broad range of offers that would capture most of your applicants. I'll try to get an updated number for you here soon. I don't want to, I don't want to tell you the exact number, but either way, it's a pretty broad, you got 35 or 36 offers in there that capture lots of people. Some of you know that we've recently gone from only having 1 bankruptcy offer to now having 3, maybe 4 offers for people that have bankruptcies. So we've broadened the qualifications based on what we're seeing and what's working and some kind of, behind the scenes testing that we're always doing with different clients. So we'll take on different clients sometimes who we allow to work through the process, and we either do it, at a discounted, fee or whatever, and then they work with us kind of in a guinea pig like scenario to kind of see if we can capture some data, and then we kind of learn as to whether or not we can kind of widen the funnel. But they were denied either for their income or their credit or both. Most of the time it's going to be credit related. So you're going to say, here's what happened. And again, normally that first what happened is going to be either I lost my job, I had a medical situation, or I had a family issue. Family issue is oftentimes a divorce, but whatever it is, those are the 3 things that generally tend to cause defaults and problems, right? Normally. So you're going to tell us what happened. You're going to tell us why it happened. It happened because, right? It was COVID and my employer downsized and I was one of, 25 people or 50 people or 3,000 people, whatever, that lost their jobs and had a hard time. And why it won't happen again. Now I'm back to work, and my wife and I, my husband and I, my spouse and I, we have restructured our budget, and I'm now saving 10% of everything I earn because I learned that when the pandemic hit, I didn't have the cushion, I didn't have the reserves, I didn't have the savings, whatever, right? And so therefore, this is not going to happen again because not only am I working again, but I've tightened up the budget and I'm saving money. And, my spouse is actually also about to take a part-time job, and we don't ever want this to happen again, kind of thing. My credit is important to me because, man, when this happened, I had always had great credit before. And when this happened, it was like I couldn't even buy a car.